Everybody, you and about 50 pro-family leaders met in Salt Lake City, and after 2 hours of deliberation, you came up with a resolution that you surmised in the New York Times op-ed as the following: if neither of the two major political parties nominates an individual who pledges himself or herself to the sanctity of human life, we will join others in voting for a minor party candidate. Those agreeing with the proposition were invited to stand, and the result was almost unanimous.
This is a very, very difficult issue. It's one of the toughest I've ever had to face. I think it's going to be a division throughout the conservative movement because it is not an easy thing to either explain or a position to take.
If, in fact, you were to mount a third-party challenge and support a third-party candidate, the result, quote, would be a landslide victory for Hillary Clinton. Now, that's the same partial birth abortion supporting Hillary. That's national health care Hillary. That's Ruth Bader Ginsburg Hillary or worse. Are you prepared to accept that inevitable result?
Well, that's what I mean when I say it's difficult. It's bad on both sides.
We know if Hillary is elected that she would appoint people like Ruth Bader Ginsburg, and we know she supports partial birth abortion. In that sense, if that Rasmussen poll is right, the result will be far worse for the cause that I know you passionately and deeply believe in.
It will be terrible, Sean. That's absolutely true. But you're taking Rudy's word on his intention to appoint strict constructionists to the Supreme Court. And I would like to remind you that he has a terrible record in New York of appointing judges. He appointed some of the worst possible judges. And then there's so many other issues, the marriage issue, his personal moral background. He says he's a Catholic. I know how you feel about that, and yet he says, I will not be guided by the Catholic Church.
But let me ask
there's
you
so
this.
many issues.
But if Rasmussen's right, and that becomes a landslide for Hillary, you get Ruth Bader Ginsburg or worse, you get somebody that totally is against you on issues of abortion and school choice and gay rights and definition of marriage, and the result would be far worse. Do you not see that would be a worst case scenario for things you believe deeply in?
You're assuming that the election is going to be tomorrow. It is 13 months away. Things change. And
we'll know by February 5th.
Why would we not support someone who does line up with our value system when we would have to literally hold our noses to support somebody that contradicts those values? I believe when that 27% that you were just referring to, who said, I will not vote for a pro-abortion candidate, even if he is the standard bearer. When that many people say it, elections are won or lost by very small percentages, Sean, and I don't believe that Giuliani can beat Hillary in the first place.
You take this position. Does it not concern you that ultimately, at the end of the day, that Hillary is elected, that will take positions far more detrimental to the things that I know you hold near and dear to your heart? What does that prospect mean to you? Because a lot of people are saying that if you do that, you will ultimately basically be offering a half a vote to Hillary. How do you respond?
Well, that's what I meant at the top of the program when I said that this is tough, this is hard. I don't like either choice. But I tell you, Sean, by your supporting Giuliani and helping to get the nomination for him, you're about to see the contradiction of most of the things that you stand for. Well, you've got a few issues that you base this on, but I just don't agree with them.
Listen, we're friends and we'll always be friends here. Just to defend myself a little bit here, is I think all three of these top candidates are infinitely better than what Hillary Clinton has to offer on the significant moral issues of our time.
If Rudy Giuliani wins, I'm telling you the pro-life and pro-family movement is gone.